Hi there, welcome to this edition of the Akashic Swan Guidance Insight Weekly. We're looking at October 18th through the 24th. So getting closer and closer to the end of 2021. A powerful time. I'm Jen Duchenne of jendushen.com and Akashic Swan Guidance, using the illuminating journey cards that I created with the guidance of the Akashic records. So let's see what the cards have to say. There is a full moon on the 20th. So that is feels like an incredible culmination. It's 27 degrees, 28 in Gemini. So this fulfillment of whatever the information we've been going through during the Mercury retrograde, whatever information we've been receiving, balancing, recreating, settling in, and releasing. So it feels very powerful. Let's begin and see what the cards have to say. So first card, excuse me, is the 25. Soul Portal. And I find it really interesting that this card shows up now, because this card, with the elements in here, this figure perhaps who's landing from another territory, another planet, another cosmos, arriving in a place or leaving a place to take knowledge, bring knowledge, etc. And it's a very sacred experience. There is so much here to absorb, take in, so much to allow for. So this is the time we're in where we know we're arriving or leaving with this idea of being connected to the tree of life, to the peace of life, and to the sacredness and the symbolism of life in all its forms. So activating our inner wisdom, showing up or leaving, not as an intruder, not as an outsider, but bringing knowledge, bringing wisdom, and knowing there is a place for your wisdom, there's a place for your awareness. And this is the internal journey that we recognize at this moment, that the travels, the journey we've been on is on purpose, and that we, in order for us to change how we feel about our experience, about the life we're living, what we think about ourselves, we have to start with the premise that we've arrived, that we're here to bring knowledge, or we're leaving with the knowledge that we needed, and so we're moving forward into a new place. We're taking what we've absorbed into a new place, into what Paul Selig's guides call the upper room. We're entering a whole new space with this understanding that we are connected to everything. Everything is connected to us. And so our experience depends on the attitude that we bring our gifts with, the attitude that we arrive with, the attitude that we leave with, knowing that when we leave one place, we're coming to another, right? So what are we taking forward with us? What are we arriving to? And in this card, there is that energy, certainly now, is the departure and arrival, like leaving from one state of being, arriving in another state of being, knowing that you are here to bring your knowledge, your gifts, your awareness, your love, and you're willing to share generously and receive generously, be welcomed, be drawn in, and feel the love. And, live as if you are loved. How would you live knowing you are loved, knowing your being here is an essential part of weaving the cloth we're all weaving? And card number 2. So this is interesting, where it's it's almost like you're in the similar place, right? You arrive here, the colors feel sort of similar, going from the arrival to this understanding. We arrive, all the stuff is new and sparkling, and now we have to recognize or sit with the desire or the dream that we wish to create. So that loving map, the feeling of being welcomed, if everything's available to us according to our desires. How will we engage to know that we, or to let this experience know and ourselves that we belong here, that we are welcoming it, we're welcoming all the parts that allow us to be fully expressed, to create as part of the creation fabric, to be a creator of our own experience, knowing the experience is being shared with others. And it's funny because in the clouds here, I can see it almost looks like a flying cow, which is very interesting. So there's this energy that we're giving off, smoke signals that we're sending as we sit with what is true for us, who we want to be in this space, right? What we want to discover and imagine and bring to life has a lot to do with who we are being and less about what we are making, right? What's coming out of it, but who we become as we be and do what we do and be. And so all of this is available to us here, almost like it's being drawn out and expanded into the ethers and then drop down in little droplets around us, around us in our experience. And also, I know we did have this card last time, so I find that fascinating. So this here is a 7, this is a 6. It really is bringing us into that body of being. This is who I am. This is how I'm willing to engage in all the things around me. This is what I accept. This is what I don't accept. How do I let this energy know who I am and what my gifts are and what feels right and what I want to discover and uncover and create and collaborate with all of these things. And then the third and final card. So very interesting because these are all soul portals. And in the last couple of weeks, we've had a mix, but this soul portal number 8. So I find this fascinating for a number of reasons. We started off with 5, here's 6, and then 8. No, 7. What am I saying? I knew it. 6, 7, 8. So we started 7, 6, 8. So we have 3 numbers that kind of roll after each other. And in the soul portal, the 8, this understanding of being at one with our information, kind of continuing the theme of what I was talking about, kind of the cloud formation, the ether, the knowledge that is being awoken, brought in, sent out, being received. And here's another version of that, the apples of plenty, spreading out as you, as the figure, as your desire, as your awareness of belonging. I have what I need. I have absorbed what I need to absorb in order to go forward with courage, with faith, a deliberate journey, discernment. We're moving forward slowly and very articulately. You know, it's the lioness here showing us the way, the path of following the hunt, doing what is necessary, super focused, super alert, very much in the present moment of the body, of the awareness of what needs to be done. So leaving behind the avenue, the energy of being receiving information, receiving a new download of who you are, what you're here to do, moving past that area that is kind of burnout, and it's like, okay, I'm leaving that to go into this lush golden land, but I'm super focused on this experience. So there you have it. very much a encounter or a development of the soul this week into the physical realm. This reading feels very much like, what are you doing to become more of who you are? It's that discovery, the awareness, here I am, I've arrived. This is what my thought is about how I'm going to be and who I'm going to be. And here I am, I'm on the path. I'm leaving kind of this arrival and this awareness, or the kind of laying down of the dream, of the desire, and now I'm actually going to work. So I'm actually going to do the things, and probably very differently from how I've done it before, which is kind of indicated in the background, in the burned out grass, and the idea that whatever I've left behind is, gone up in smoke. It's okay, because whatever is necessary is held inside of you. You haven't lost it. You've just shifted it into a new place, in a new way of being, and that's part of the process going forward. So, my lovelies, that's the reading for this week. Let me know what lands, how you feel, what's happening for you. I love your comments. Certainly subscribe, share, connect. As I've mentioned before, I do have a new program to teach people who are desiring to learn how to use these cards for themselves and move into learning to read for others through a program. So if something you're interested in, reach out to me, and have an amazing week. I'm Jen Duchenne, jenduchenne.com, and Akashic Swan Guidance. And I'll see you soon. So much love.